Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to sew a buttonhole just like this. I'm just going to be using a piece of scrap fabric. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this presser foot off and put this one on. This is the buttonhole foot. So let me show you how to do that. First you're going to come around to the back side and there's this black button right here. You can just press that and see how that just falls off and we can slide that out. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to slide this foot under, but you're going to want to make sure that this part is in the back. So this is going to be the front right up here, and then this will be in the back of the machine. So what you're going to do is I'm just going to lay it flat right here, and you can use right up here, there's this is to raise and lower the presser foot, so like that's to lower it, and then this is to raise it. But if you just push it up a little bit higher, it'll move it up higher, so that way you can get this foot underneath. So if you just want to do that and then lower it, and you can press it up and it will pop into place. Once your buttonhole foot is in place, we're going to take the button, and what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the back. So this right here, it can move back and forth, and what you're going to do is just set your button in there, make it big enough or small enough where your button fits, and then you're just going to press it to make sure it's in place and it's not going to go anywhere. That means that's how big your buttonhole is going to be for that button. So that'll be perfect. Our next step is going to be marking our fabric. So I'm going to use a seam gauge. It's 6 inches long. I just got this at Walmart. And I'm going to measure about 1/2 inch in, and that's where I'm going to put my line. This is also a marking pencil, and this will help me know where to put my buttonhole, and it will actually come out of the fabric. So now I'm going to mark 1/2 inch in for where my buttonhole placement is going to be. I'm just going to do it in the middle of this fabric. If you're doing this on a shirt, you're going to want to measure about 2.5 to 3 inches apart for each buttonhole that you're doing, depending on how many you're doing. So I'm just going to make a line about how long I want it. And this pencil will come out of the fabric, which is great. Okay, so there's my line, and I'm going to start down here at the bottom. That's where I'm going to start when I sew. So let's move over to the sewing machine and we'll get started with that. So I'm just going to slide the fabric under the foot, and I'm going to line up, let me show you. I'm going to line up these red lines, the vertical one and the horizontal ones. I'm going to line them up with the markings I just made. So let's do that. You might have to lower and raise your presser foot just to get everything lined up. Alright, so that's lined up, and then we need to come over to our designs over here. And 29, 30, 31, 32, these are all going to be buttonhole stitches. I'm just going to show you a basic one, number 30. So we're going to come up here to our screen, and this will go to number 30. So that means you have presser foot A, which is the buttonhole foot. So let's get started. And all we have to do, I'm going to lower my presser foot, and then an important step, especially on this machine, is this little lever right here. You just pull it down and it's going to fit right behind this little white groove, and it'll go in between this groove, and that's how it knows how long to do your buttonhole, and that's why we have the button back here. So that'll just be wonderful. We don't have to worry about anything. So we're just going to lower, we're going to hold our threads and lower. Oh, I'm not holding very well. There we go. And lower the needle. Once it's in place, I can just press my presser foot and it will start going. I don't need to direct it or anything. It'll go all by its own. It'll know when to go backwards, when to go forwards, so it'll be just wonderful. And I can push as hard as I want. It'll just keep going. And once it gets to the end, even if I'm pushing down on my pedal, it's going to stop all on its own. Just like that. So that's really nice about these machines. See, and so it's done. And I can take my foot off the foot pedal, raise my needle, and take it out. And then I'll get my scissors, cut it off. And that is going to be, I can cut this beginning thread that I had. And that is how you sew the buttonhole. Now our last step to creating our buttonhole is actually opening it up. We need to cut right down through here, but we don't want to cut any of our threads because then we'll just have to start the whole process over again. So what I like to do is I just like to cut right in the middle, just a little notch, maybe turn it this way and cut a little notch and then open it back up. And I'm going to slide, I'll turn my scissors around actually. I'm going to slide my scissors through and just gently, slowly, and carefully cut. And I'm just going to cut to the very top. I'm not going to cut those strings at the top though, so I'm just going to stop right there. Then I'm going to turn it around and do the same exact thing. Making sure I stop. And there we have our buttonhole. There you go guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and comment below. Bye!